about that.
The button. I
Did
clicked the
you?
button, and then it
Are
made
you
me click the
sure?
button again.
So we're 5,
No,
4,
no, we're actually
3,
in it now.
2. Oh,
I don't think we'll
I
ever actually
know.
have a good start to
Usually,
this. Like,
um,
never. Every time we start one of these episodes, it seems like, is this going to go in the spreadsheet? The can't start an episode without acknowledging that we just started the episode.
I don't know. I don't think we should reference that anymore because apparently I do what every big famous Hollywood star does and steal ideas from the lesser man.
Who is the lesser man on this occasion?
Not us, but a valued listener.
You're stealing ideas from him?
That's what I've been told, such
Wow.
as talking about the things that he does.
Put it on the spreadsheet, bro.
He said he was
Call him out.
he wants to no stop talking about it. He wants to save it for whenever he becomes a guest on the show.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, yeah.
you just shouldn't have told. Don't tell me anything about these people. I don't give a damn about your friends.
Well, that's actually quite rude.
That includes me.
Well, that's different. It's
Did I
you.
just say we're friends? Yes, I did.
Yeah, it don't happen again.
It's the first time I've ever admitted that in 8 years.
I don't know. You've admitted that I'm like your best friend, like on a couple occasions.
Well, was it recorded? Because if it was recorded, it doesn't count.
Oh, you silly boy! I'm always recording.
You I think you're thinking of the NSA.
No,
And they're
John,
looking for
John, 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 John,
keywords. And the
John.
keywords there are terrorist,
Oh my
bomb
God,
Washington,
we already
that
did
kind of
this.
stuff.
We've
We
already done
did?
this.
Well, we talked about we did talk about
We
our
talked about
FBI
Philip, my
agents.
FBI agent.
FBI,
Philip
different than the
Johnson.
NSA. The NSA is different. They're friendlier. They're
No
kinder.
strings attached.
Yeah, there you go. They just take our data and they don't do anything with it because they're good
I
people.
feel like that's not true.
Well, how would you know? You don't work for the NSA.
Are you sure about that? How much do you
I'm
actually
not
know about me?
actually.
What's
I
my
don't know
actual middle
anybody. I
name?
don't know
You don't even
anybody
know
that
anything
works.
about
I
me.
do know your middle name.
What is it?
I can't say it over the air because if I say it over the
Why?
air, I'll dox you. I'm not allowed to do that.
I'm giving you permission to dox me.
Uh, I don't accept your permission.
Sounds like you're trying to gaslight me into thinking that you know more than you do, but you really
Are
don't.
you trying to throw gaslight back on my face after you gaslit me before we started this?
Gaslight, gatekeep, and girl boss, the 3 G's to live life by.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah. How's that going for you? Huh? How's that going for you?
Well, I'm kind of depressed sometimes, so I don't know.
You sound depressed. You sound tired.
I just woke up.
I tried to hit you with the NBA jam, the pump up the jam, the pump up the beat.
Hey,
No
you can't say that. That's
response.
copyrighted.
All I do is say it. I didn't sing it. If I sang it, then we'd be in a bit of a different
I mean, some people
pickle.
might say that you try to sample it just right there.
The pickle would be bigger. That's what I'm trying to say.
What pickle?
The
What are
pickle
you
of
talking about?
the government cracking down on us. This is a
I think you're just
disaster.
saying
This is
words.
such a disaster.
You know what? Here, let's restart. I have a way to start this off.
You have a way to start this off? Okay, I'll
Yeah.
just hit
How long are
stop
we into
on the
this already?
record. 3
No, don't
minutes.
start
We're
it. Don't stop it.
3 minutes
Let's
into
just keep
this, and
going.
we've done nothing.
Just keep going. There's no
Okay.
point in restarting now.
All right,
The
here,
chaos is what people listen for.
I'll set the scene for you to set the scene for us.
Oh wait, right. I gotta mark clips. I forgot.
Yes. Oh yes. This is Isaiah's best attempt at kicking off the podcast in a really good way. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Go.
What's up, gamers? And loyal fan base. Today we have something a little different than what we usually have on the show. Today we're going to start off with something quite unusual, actually. I am here to apologize. And you might be asking yourself, Isaiah Lamb, what are you apologizing for? Well, you see, on last week's episode, I said something that was quite rude and offensive to a certain subculture of individuals, and I wanted to directly apologize to them because I did not mean any ill intent. I did not mean to say anything disrespectful. I was just speaking from my own individual experience and out of sheer ignorance. So, to the fellow Black Mouse brethren, I apologize. You can, in fact, have waves, and John could put a do-rag on you if he wants to. Is that a cultural appropriation? That's a conversation for another time. But please don't cancel me. I'm just a guy on the internet who's done nothing wrong, and if you think I did something wrong, I'm sorry that you feel that way. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Is this a plea to the black mice?
It might be. I forgot to
Are
bring
you
out my
I
I forgot to bring out the ukulele and make a song about it, so I just
bro,
went for the straight speech.
I
But
see. You were concerned about the black mice canceling you. How did I get on the side of the black mice?
because you were being racist.
I
And then you try to make it sound like I was one being racist because I
and
brought up
look
Stuart Little and white mice, and then and then you said, "Why can't I have a black mouse? Why can't I just put a do rag on him, give him little waves?" And I said, "John, you can't do that.
so
Mice can't have waves." And then you're like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna do this and that," making very stereotypical black mice behavior
but,
comments.
but which one of us is apologizing right now? Good lord.
Wow,
Excuse me. I don't know
that
what
was
that
mad.
I
I
don't know
think you
what
should
that
be the one
was.
apologizing.
I even did warm-ups before we started. I was sitting here going, and it
To
still.
sit in solemn silence in
Maybe
the
I should
dull,
have
dark
drank more
dock,
water. That is
in a
always the
pestilential
answer.
prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shock from a cheap and chippy chopper on a big black block.
Wow, that was nice. That was really nice.
Oh, it's one of the vocal warm-ups I had in theater.
Nice. That's very good. It sounds good. It
Thank you, thank you.
rhymes. It
Yes,
flows.
yeah.
You remember the oh god.
Uh-oh.
What was it? It was the Dr. Seuss that we did a
Fox
remix
on
version of.
Socks. We never released that,
Yeah, you
and I
think we're
think
gonna
the
look
fans
back
are
on that
upset.
in like 20 years and be like, what the heck were we
Well, how are they going to
thinking?
look back on it if it was never out?
Well, I still have it on my in my phone.
I was talking about it the other day, actually. I don't remember where we
Oh,
were,
Fox on
but Fox
Socks.
on
See,
Socks,
it's just
like
like
were we at a bookstore or something? I don't remember. But
a
Dr. Seuss
bookstore.
books were just sitting there, and I was like, "Huh." I remember me and John did something with Dr. Seuss. I can't remember what it was. And then there was Fox on Socks, and I was like, "Oh snap! It's Fox on Socks." But I couldn't remember how it went until like a week later, and I just started randomly going at it, and then I realized I don't remember the words.
Yeah, well, to be fair, we only did half of it at a time. The other guy did the other half.
What do you mean?
Like I did one line and then you did within the context of the
Oh,
song.
that's
I
true.
did one line and then you did the next line. And
Well,
then on the repeat, we inverted it. So we never actually did it all in one go. Well, I
to be
guess we
fair
did for the
though,
class.
we also switched lines at multiple points.
Yes, that's also true. We I don't think we had a perfect take of it. We just went with the best one out of like the 5 that we tried.
Well, see, you say we had a one that I thought was better, but you ended up going with that one that you have up now, because I think that one just sounded like we were having the most fun.
That's probably
But I think
fair.
we also used we used a couple of different songs, sound
We
type
did.
beats.
We did like 2 different overall takes. One using
Yeah,
one backing track and the other one using another.
maybe we'll perform it for you guys one day.
Yeah, that'll be a Patreon exclusive someday. Uh,
Follow us on Patreon. What's our Patreon? Do we
do we need
have
to set
one?
up a Patreon? We should probably set up a Patreon. And
No, that's
nobody
for
wants to pay for
people.
this. Yeah. We do this for free
Why
out of
pay
the
for something
goodness
you
of
can
our
get for
hearts.
free?
Where
Yeah,
we do this for the tax write-off and for the
we don't
people.
need the money.
We call this community service. The IRS gives us a certain amount of money off every year for doing community service against, even though they told us we had to, we
Commit tax
still
fraud.
we do it anyway. I don't know why that's such a big bit. Everybody, I see that video. I see like videos about that all the time. Like, tee, gotta go commit tax fraud.
Not the
It's like
tee.
I guess it's not like like illegal to tell
I
people to
mean, it's
commit tax fraud.
probably yeah, it's probably illegal. It's probably a federal offense too. You know what?
I
Let's
mean,
not
to
be
commit tax
ignorant.
fraud is tax
Is tax
frog.
fraud? Oh
To
no, not the
commit
tax
tax
fraud.
fraud is,
Is tax fraud a felony?
dude. Can
If you
that be like
intentionally
the
don't pay your taxes, you can face a misdemeanor or felony, depending on what you owe. Any amount
so?
less than
Oh,
1,500 will result in a misdemeanor. For evasion worth 1,500 to 20,000, you'll face state jail felony, which can land you in jail for at least 180 days.
that's
Do your
half a
taxes,
year.
kids.
That's half a year. Free rent.
Free rent, free
All you
food.
got to do is when they send you like
Your W-2s?
Yeah, and like the text and they call and they email you and they send someone to your house. You just got to say, "Oh, no, I forgot." Then you're pretty much good. I mean, they said that literally said intentionally. If you don't do it intentionally, by that I mean you don't set an alarm, you don't put it on your calendar, you sleep through every phone call. You're in
Yeah.
danger. You're in danger of committing tax fraud, Isaiah.
What do you mean me? I
You
didn't do
sleep
anything.
all the time.
I already did my taxes. I did my
When
taxes
you're
like a
not
month
sleep
ago.
really? I haven't done mine yet.
Yeah,
I still have like 2 weeks to do it. It'll be fine.
you should probably do it, or
I know.
you're gonna
Well,
be
I
convicted of tax fraud, tax
well,
evasion.
I just hit him with the I don't know, I forgot.
Does that work? Is that a privilege thing?
It has so far.
Oh my god! And then you don't do it still?
No, I don't know. I haven't really had a legitimate job. I think I was in school for like 7 years.
Tax evasion is not good,
Yep,
kids.
then I got out. That's how you
Mm.
avoid you just borrow from the government.
Ah, do you know that you can't go to jail, or most likely can't go to jail for student loan debt?
That's a bold statement. Most likely can't go to jail?
Well, I say most likely because I'm not completely entirely sure, but based on what I've seen so far, you can't be arrested
Right.
or put in prison for not making payments, but you can be sued.
Sued by
But it's
who?
only
The
going to go
government?
to the civil case, probably, or maybe schools or something. But it'll only be a civil case, so it won't result in jail time.
Well, that's good to know. It's good to know the legal loopholes that you could try and slip through, just in case.
You know what? I'm looking at more consequences of not paying student loans. This is for my research more than anything else.
Oh my god, we're not even
If you
recording the
default,
podcast at this point. He's just looking into how to avoid jail time.
report to the National Credit Reporting Agency. This reporting may damage your credit and future borrowing ability. Oh no. The government can collect on your loans by taking funds from your wages, tax refunds, and other government payments. Red.
Yeah, that's called garnishing your wages. Just like what happens when you divorce somebody. Then you
I
have
wouldn't
like,
know. I've never
well,
done
I
that
guess if
before.
you divorce somebody and they have kids. Actually, wait a second. Does alimony cover just like regular it, it's not child support. Child support's separate than alimony, right?
I do believe so. Because child support is specifically for the child. Alimony, I think, is, let's see, financial support that a person is ordered by the court to give their spouse. Yeah, so alimony is you're basically paying stuff for your ex spouse versus child support, which is you're paying for the child.
Right. I like that I can ask you a question that clearly neither of us knows the answer to, and I could just
Hmm.
Google it, but instead you Google it and tell me the
Hey,
answer.
listen, that's my special interest research.
Yeah, I'm like that, like the guy, the captain of the ship, right? And then there's that dude that's off to the left, and he goes like, "Wait, we have to go to what system?" And then you turn and you go, "The alimony system." You go, I don't know
The
anything
Dagobah
about that.
system.
And then, yeah, then you hit him with the, "Oh yes, it's actually just a payment that you make." Blah, 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 blah.
You see, the
Thank you.
Dagobah system is very treacherous because of all the crime that goes on over there. And it's like, I've only been in space for like a year. There's no way I should know everything.
Well, you're just a robot. You're like plugged into the interface.
I am. I'm Jarvis.
Oh yeah, Jarvis is a good one. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that makes me Tony Stark. Heck yes. I
No, I take
am
it back. I take it
so
back.
down for that.
You don't get to be Tony
I mean,
Stark.
me and RDJ are like peas in a pod.
Oh, y'all are tight like this?
I've always imagined myself as the Tom Holland to his Robert Downey Jr.
I see. I mean, I guess I can see it. I feel like, I don't know.
I am taller than both of them though, so that would be kind of awkward.
That's fair. That's fair. How tall are you again? 5'11"?
Close enough, yeah. And I'm growing even taller by the day. Have you
Dang, I'm
seen
shorter
these?
than all of them.
Uh-huh, yeah, 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 you are.
Shut up.
You can have a great career in acting, just like the guy that played the Penguin, Danny DeVito.
I'm not that tiny, but thanks.
Yeah, you can look down on him and go like, "I am superior."
I could never be in the same room as Danny DeVito and look down on him like that. because this
You'd
man,
physically have to. I mean,
yeah, physically yes, but emotionally and mentally, absolutely not. That man could destroy me with the bat of an eye, and I already know that.
just one bat of an eye.
Yeah, Danny DeVito is all powerful.
I mean, that is true. Yeah. You know what I've been thinking about recently is
Hmm.
Galaxy watches. Well, not really Galaxy watches. I say that because that's the one that is within my as an Android user. Sorry, I will out myself. I've
Mm.
been looking at like I've been thinking well for years really about getting a
Take time.
smartwatch,
Yeah.
but no matter I have never been able to convince myself that they're worth spending that much money on
Hmm.
something that my phone does automatically.
No, I
I
get
have
that.
a phone. Why would I need a watch to do like 4 aspects of what my phone can do, arguably worse? And I would
Hmm.
also have to charge it all the time. I have enough
And
artifacts
you'd
that I
have to
need to
take it
charge.
off to take a shower. You have to keep track of it because it's like AirPods. If you put it down, they disappear.
Well, I adapted to the Bluetooth headphone phenomena.
Mm.
Regrettably kicking and screaming, and I fully admit that I was wrong. They are so much better.
Oh,
Outside of the
absolutely.
fact that I have to charge them a lot. But I did just get new headphones that have like a
Headphones or earphones?
he-
Earbuds.
headphones, the ones that go
Okay.
over the ear, strap into the
Yes.
top of the
I
head.
believe those are superior.
Yes. And I mean I could tell you I have not regretted to be fair, I've had them for about 3 days, but I have not regretted them at all because for
Yeah.
one I have not had to charge them like at all. They apparently
Mhm.
have like a 24-hour battery life and all this stuff. And they sound really good. And they
Hell
even
yeah.
came with their own little 3.5 millimeter jack so that I could plug them directly into my PC.
What brand what brand are they?
Bose, baby, shout them out. They are
Ah.
killing it right now. I mean, I've had
See,
Bose
I
like earbuds,
Mhm.
and I just had to stay within the family because I like their system. To be fair, I
Yeah.
did not like their second pair of headphones of earbuds that I got from them.
I think I was around when that happened.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, because I think I got them when I was up, towards Dallas.
Mhm.
They released their flagship model. Boy, I'm gonna get off on a really long rant right now. They released their
Okay.
flagship model of the earbuds, right? And, I was like, "These are awesome." They were kinda like a competitor to the AirPods, and the AirPods are just, like, not good to me. They don't look good, they don't feel good. They have, like, a weird control scheme, you know? And
Mhm.
so I was like, "Okay, I just don't," This was also when I was like, I'm not Apple was switching from 3.5. They were forcing everybody to go to Bluetooth. I was like, "I'm not about that. I'm very analog." And so finally, I broke down and decided like my old earbuds died. So I needed to get new earbuds. And I decided, well, what the heck? I've only ever had like $20 Bluetooth headphones and they don't last very long. But I have
Yeah.
enjoyed the fact that they were wireless. And so I finally decided to make the switch and it was awesome. And I was like, well, but the only problem that I had with them is that they only had like a 6-hour battery life or less. So it's like, okay, I'm having to charge them all the time because I would basically just, when I work, I have my headphones in. I have all this kind of dialed into the experience. And then, like, but halfway through, I'd be interrupted, completely knocked out of this flow state, and then have to take my headphones off, put them in. And then I have to sit there in dead silence going, this kind of sucks. It's hard to get into the
Yeah.
zone when I'm listening to the sound of a fan going and random house noises.
What do
And
you
so I
mean? That's like
decided,
the
okay,
perfect white noise.
well, yes, yes. I will agree there are times when that is nice. But it's also nice to listen to like really fast-paced classical music, when you need to stimulate the brain. They make babies listen to that in the womb and then they come out geniuses. And if
Yeah,
I
like
can
me.
emulate even 1/10 of a baby's power, I'll have successfully made it in this world.
Completely fair. See,
But to finish out my
mhm.
short rant, stuttering like a mofo over here.
A mofo for real.
When I was like, okay, I have these earbuds. I love these earbuds. I want to get more of these earbuds. Right then, or the only thing I need is more battery, and the only way I could do
Mhm.
that is to get a second pair. It's like, oh well, I'm not doing that.
Oh.
That's stupid. And right when I was coming to that conclusion, they released the second iteration of that.
Mhm.
And they're like, look at this. It's advanced. It's got better sound quality, better blah, blah, blah. You can connect to multiple devices. I was like, this is awesome. This sounds so cool. And I literally could use a second pair. And so I got a second pair of them. And I was like, this is awesome. These are so cool. And they were just horrible.
Oh, no.
They fit
Oh,
your ear
no.
worse. They were smaller. And so every time I would lose them, I could never find them. And I also, I made a promise to myself a very long time ago that I am not allowed to get black anything anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Because if I
That's
get something
yeah.
and it is black, I lose it everywhere in the dark. So, okay, if you think about say you get like a blue, right? My original earbuds are blue. If you get
Mhm.
blue, you're probably all right as long as it's not a really dark blue. You're probably all right for as long as you have some source of light. If you're in the dark, everything's kind of going to go missing. But it's easier to find something that is a brighter color when it's dark out. This I'm explaining how light works.
Yeah.
If I have black earbuds and I've had one of them go down and be like, it's gone. That thing vanished into the ether, and then I find it like 2 days later. Like I know it's here because it's still connected to my phone. And
Oh,
I'm like, I'm
no.
like trying to turn the volume up all the way, like play some like heavy thrash metal or something. Go like, it's here.
Mhm.
I can hear it. It's got to be somewhere nearby.
It's in the room with us right now.
Yes. So long ago, I promised myself I would never get black or dark, like super dark blue or super dark. I don't even know. Yeah, black and dark
Yeah.
blue. I think are the two colors I've like stopped getting these things.
He's
Really,
vowed
it
against.
goes for like clothing as well at this point. So I'm like, I have so much just black clothes.
Yeah.
It's like they're functional, they do what I need them to do.
They
But
match
then,
with almost anything.
yeah, yeah. But when I like look into my clothes drawer and I go, this is like I can't even see the bottom of this. It's all
You're staring
black.
into the abyss.
Yeah, yeah. It's like I don't know. I had to pick everything out one by one and go, I don't know what this is. Oh, it's a shirt. Okay. Oh, these are pants. It's like yeah, yeah. So I started trying to adapt other colors into
Hmm.
the wardrobe.
Interesting.
I
Interesting.
still have the black outfit though, because whenever I shoot video, I've explained this a couple of times to different people, where it's like you always want to wear black, like completely. I'm talking about like black shoes, black socks, black pant, black shirt. If you can
Black
get a
skin.
black hoodie and then like a black hat, and
Yeah.
you literally vanish in a smoky bar, when the band's on stage and they got stuff going and you're wandering around with a camera, you can
Mhm.
like you fade into the wall and nobody knows where you are. It's amazing.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm always really concerned about the I call it the user experience, the audience
Mhm.
experience. Like when these bands, they want to get video of their, because that's something that I do. For those of you that don't know, is I do videography for live bands in the Austin area. Come check us out somewhere. I'm
You
not
got
in
you gotta you
Austin.
gotta
I'm just
you
in the
gotta
Austin area.
what is it called? You gotta promote yourself. What's the website? What's the link?
I don't have no, I'm not doing that. I don't believe. First of
Where's your
all,
business
we have
card?
an international I do have a business card. We do have an international uh audience here. I've seen the data to that one
Hmm.
dude that was listening from like Taiwan or wherever that was. Shout out
Thank
to
you.
you. If you're using a VPN, still shout out to you. Really way to increase our audience appeal. Yeah, but I'm
True.
always concerned that people like, if I'm walking in front of these people at a bar with my camera, getting getting video of these people, it's like the audience that paid to be there to see it isn't getting to see it. They're getting to
Yeah.
see me, my 6 foot plus frame, standing in front of them, going like, "You will never
Plus,
see it again." Yes, 6 foot plus. I will not
I don't know if
specify.
that's true.
6'11", actually.
I think just base 6 foot on a good day.
On a good day, on a bad day, I'd be 6 foot even.
That's right. You have terrible
I
posture.
do, and I've been working on correcting it, but it's still really
Well, I'm
awkward.
proud of you.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
What are you spitting at me for?
I'm not.
That was definitely racist.
I'm not. Really? Really?
Mhm. Mhm.
We're really scraping the bottom of the barrel here, huh? Gonna
Why's
try
it gotta be the
and race
bottom of the
bait me?
barrel?
Like, when in doubt. When in doubt, call John a racist. Watch him get angry, start flailing around and denying it
Like a degenerate.
like a
Exactly.
degenerate.
See, you understand how this works. I don't know why
Yeah,
you act surprised every time.
because I'm not. I'm not, Isaiah.
Racist or
I what would the other option be, huh?
a degenerate?
Ooh, that's a good question. I haven't thought
I
about it
can
like
say
that.
for sure you're at least one of those
If I had to
two.
choose one label,
Don't piss me off.
racist or degenerate? Hmm.
Oh my god. You're the reason why we have so many issues.
I might
I
chew
am a saint.
tobacco and spit it at baby, but by God, I like other races, that's for sure.
God damn. I don't think that you know what, it's fine. You're right, yeah. Go off.
What? Did I misjudge my degenerate behavior? What is
No,
degenerate
it's fine. It's
behavior?
no, you
I
said what
went
you
to a
needed to
strip
say.
club. I don't even know.
I don't
I
think going to
figured I
strip
could
clubs
cover
to
it by chewing tobacco and spitting it at newborn infants. Manipulate those babies.
no, stop manipulating the babies.
It always comes back to it. That's our season 3 theme
It's manipulating
is the
babies
manipulating
and
babies.
burning orphanages,
Burning
specifically for you.
orphanages. Well, that all that goes hand in hand. Yeah, really.
Oh, I
Orphanage
see, I
starts
see.
burning. That's when you know the problem is real.
Oh no, the orphanage. It's up in flames again. Oh, speaking of that voice, actually, so I like to do voices, as most people who know me know, as I aspire to be le voice actor. Yes. Well,
Sure.
um, excuse me. Sometimes my friends will just be like, Isaiah, do the voice. And I'm like, what voice? Because there could be a plethora of amount of voices that they're talking about,
Right.
right?
Multi-talented, multifaceted,
Yeah, multifaceted.
the man of a
That's me.
thousand
That's me.
voices.
Exactly, exactly. Uh, and the two that they ask for the most as of late is a Deku voice from My Hero Academia and Toad from Mario.
Oh Jesus.
Now, I would demonstrate them for you, but I don't want to embarrass the actual voice actors with how good I am. Um,
Right. I'm sure that's the reason why.
yeah, that's totally the reason why.
Also, the
Also,
fact that
though,
both of those characters tend to be very screamy.
no, not Deku. Not all the time, at
That's fair.
least.
He kind of just sounds like generic anime protag number 1.
Generic anime protag, who's skittish for no reason, even though he's
Skittish.
literally the most powerful character here. Skittish in the sense of like shy, pathetic, almost sounding for a little bit, at least in the beginning,
Right. So you're good at the shy, pathetic voice and the
and the
screaming at the top of
chaotic
your voice.
scream.
Yeah. Yep.
S-
I'm
Me
sensing a
and Jacob, we were in the
pattern.
car the other day, yesterday or the day before,
Right.
um, and we were driving over to our friend's house, and I had actually put on the Toad voice while a song was playing, and I was singing it, and then so I was just like, "Hey, give me a song to sing, and I'll sing it as Toad." So we kept doing that for a bit, and then he was like, "I'm out of ideas. You pick one," and so I started singing "Chandelier" by Sia, um, because that is probably the most iconic Toad voice singing song that's on the internet.
Okay.
Uh, and so I started singing it, and I don't know how, but I hit most of those notes
Nice.
as Toad, almost like one-to-one recreation.
Yeah. All right. Now I know we have another video we got to put on the old Patreon.
Oh no. Toad sings. And then in
Isaiah
parentheses,
sings, Toad
not
sings,
AI.
Chandelier. Yeah.
Very important though, they know it's not AI. Um, yeah. That's all I got for my story. Not very long. Um
Yeah, you can really see we're running out of content hardcore. It's
Let's
always
see.
it's a
What's a
problem
good
when we
time
start talking about
recently?
stuff that happened to us like that week. Maybe we should what we should do is, hey, okay, we could start a weekly bit, right?
Uh-huh.
Once again, another weekly bit that we'll never actually be able to go through with.
It'll last for that week, and that's it.
Yep, yep. Maybe we should write this down.
No, it's
This
fine.
weekly bit.
You think we write down anything? We just go. We just start, hit the ground running, and just run with it.
Usually, like the day before, I will like have an idea of something that I want to talk about, and I was like
And
literally
then,
lying in bed last night, going, "What do I want to talk about, man? I'm too tired to think."
yeah,
All yesterday. It's a good thing we didn't record this yesterday, but by
yeah,
yesterday I mean Saturday. That's usually when we record. It was like all day yesterday. I was just exhausted for no
yeah. No, I
reason.
get that.
'Cause I was like, all right, I need to work today and do all this other stuff. Like, oh yeah. Oh, and now I'm talking about literally the one thing I was like, all right, the only thing I don't want to talk about is how tired I am, and I don't want to complain. And here I am. Damn it. What am I
Well,
doing to
well,
myself?
well.
Right.
How the
Apple
turns
Watches.
tabled.
What is the point of an Apple Watch?
What's the deal with Apple
We need to get
Watches? That's
someone
what you
on
sound like right
here
now.
who has an Apple Watch, and the only reason we bring them on is because they have one. We could ask them, why do
Um,
you have and
let's
need an
see.
Apple Watch? Oh, I say
I can
Apple
only think
Watch.
of like two people with smartwatches.
Why do they like it so much? Have they told you why they like it?
I assume because it's more convenient than pulling out your phone.
How? For what? It's a
Or if you
screen
don't
that's like
have
the
your
size of your
phone,
thumb.
you also there's also things you can do with it without needing your phone, such as replying to people, reading text messages, stuff like that. So like if you leave your phone in another room or something, you still get the message on your
Why
watch.
would you leave your phone in another room?
Because people are forgetful.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem.
People are busy, John. Not everybody has time to keep all of their belongings on them at all
It's
times.
called a pocket. Everyone has a pocket, even women.
What if they're across the house and their phone is charging?
Okay, that I would say I'll get a better phone. I have to charge my phone at night. And I
Mm-hmm.
did that specifically because I picked a phone with a bigger battery. The smaller the phone, the less battery it has. So you pick a big enough phone that it
It
can
sounds
fit in your
like
pocket and can last an
it's
entire day. That,
it sounds like you're min-maxing technology, John.
yes, I am. I min max everything. And I will not apologize for that.
Don't play D&D with this guy. He's a bastard.
Yep. There's a reason they keep trying to kill off two of my characters. That's because they're
Oh God,
monsters.
monsters!
Everybody
You're
else
a
in this,
monster.
okay, in the campaign that I'm playing right now, everyone else has died maybe 10 times.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a lot, but it's also part of the campaign. You're supposed to die a lot. How many times do you think I've died?
Is which campaign is this one?
This is in the
Is
Planescape.
this Morty?
No, this is Planescape. This is a different character than Morty.
Oh, have you told me about this one?
This is the one that I'm playing 3 characters. Everybody is playing 3 characters.
Oh, I don't know. Two.
I've close. I've died once.
Oh.
My first character. Well, okay, I take it back. Technically, I have died twice, but one death was story.
Mm-hmm.
The other one was we lost a boss fight.
You kind of suck. I've never died in D&D.
Yeah,
Well, actually, if we don't include that the very first game that we
right,
played,
right.
I forgot about that.
No, man. Yeah, I min max everything, and that includes technology. That includes my phone.
Mhm.
Also, if you're saying, "Oh, well, maybe it's hey, I have a phone that can last the whole day, and it's still running out of battery." It's either because that phone is old and needs to be replaced, in which case you shouldn't spend $700 on a watch, and you should just upgrade your phone, or
How much are Apple
you are
Watches?
spending too much time on your phone and you need to disconnect.
How
Disable
much are
stuff,
Apple
bro.
Watches right
Get
now?
off of X. Stop looking at
No,
Instagram all the time. You send me stuff
don't tell me how to live
all
my
the
life.
time. I will tell you how to
It
live your life.
literally, not even all the time. Literally, so here's how it goes.
Uh-huh.
Since you want to try to dox me right now, put all my
Dox
information out
you.
there. Might as well,
You're the one sending me random stuff at 2 in the morning.
because it's funny.
You
That's
show
my
me, okay,
decompression
I mean
time.
that's true. It is entertaining. I will definitely give you that. You send
You're
me
darn right.
more Instagram reels and TikToks than I have watched in my entire life.
I don't even send you TikToks because I know you don't use
Well,
TikTok.
you have in the past. I don't know if you have recently.
Oh,
Maybe you
I don't
haven't.
think I have
I
recently.
don't know.
No,
Every time you send me something, yeah, maybe it is just reels. They're like the same, really, because they're like 10-second videos.
they're the same format. Yeah, and half of them are just TikToks that people that
Yeah, yeah,
reposted.
cross-platformed.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I understand you don't get it because you're not uh someone of my age.
What don't I get? TikTok, short form content?
No, the sending them to you constantly. That
Oh,
is a
oh.
term of endearment. Thank you.
You know you're
That
like a
is
year younger than me? 2 years younger than
I
me, maybe?
said what I said,
Uh-huh,
Jonathan.
okay, alright.
You're basically a millennial, and so am I.
I'm in the
But a
gray
year is a
zone.
long time.
Yes, it is
I'm
true.
also in the gray zone.
I'm in the
But
gray zone of we don't like people younger than us, and we don't like people older than us.
that's honestly very true. If you're more than I don't know 5 years older or younger, can't be friends.
Dead to us. Yep.
Especially the younger.
Different
Those are
species, really.
children. But what was I talking about? Oh, right. It's a term of endearment. I send people I like and very loosely care about funny stuff because it's like, oh, I saw this and I thought about you. I thought you would enjoy it. I thought you would like it. And if you don't, then I'm just gonna cry. But you obviously interact with them and leave messages that I don't ever look at because the way it works, it's one sided. I send you
Right.
stuff. I don't look at what you send me.
Yes, I've noticed that you don't reply to my replies.
I'll be honest with you, it's primarily because I'll look at the reply and I'll be like, "Okay, well I can't respond right now. I'll respond later." And then I don't go on Instagram or like TikTok for a while,
Oh,
for
100%.
like hours, if not like a day or so,
Yep,
and then I'll get
yep.
back on and I don't check my messages.
Well, also my messages because the stuff that you send me is like inane and funny, and so when I
Yeah.
respond, I'm like, well, I'll just just send what my initial comment would be to you if you were to show me this in like a real life, and
Yeah.
it's not exactly conducive to a follow up environment. It's
I mean,
something
half the
like,
time you
haha,
do
this
ask
is
clarifying
oh.
questions and I don't ever reply.
I legitimately like you don't check my replies. I don't check your replies to my replies. The next time that
That's just been our friendship.
yeah, the next time I'll see whatever that conversation was about is when you send me something unrelated. I'm like, what is this? And then
Mm.
I like look up at the last conversation that we had. It went, oh, this is what's happening here.
Yeah, usually what happens is I'll send you a couple of things because like it's not just you. I send it not send that specific thing, but like I'll just be on the reels for a while, and then I'll just end up getting lost in the sauce, um, and then I end up sending a lot of reels or TikToks to everybody all at once. And the only time I read messages or things that people send to me is whenever I'm doing it all at one time. And the problem
That's
with
very
that
fair. Yeah.
is that people do the same thing that I do where they send a lot over time, but I don't check them. And so this has happened specifically with a handful of my friends. I think the longest I didn't check the messages on TikTok was about 3 months.
3 months. That is impressive.
Yeah. And there was well over 100, if not possibly closer to 200 TikToks that I hadn't seen yet.
Oh my god. I just would
Uh,
not look at them at that point.
see, I it's yeah, that's fair. But also, I was at their house, I think it was for Thanksgiving, and, they were like, "Hey, how come you don't look at my TikToks?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry, it's not for any specific reason, I just don't sometimes." And so they're like, "Well, how long has it been?" And no, this was back in February, actually, and I hadn't looked since Thanksgiving.
Wait, so is this like their version of making content?
What
They're
do you
like
mean?
making content for you to look at, and then if you don't look at it, then they're like, "Why aren't you looking at my content?"
No, 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 it's just, like, just things that come up on their, like, their For You page or, like, on their feed.
But they're sending like hundreds to you.
Well, again, is this was over the span of, like, 3 months.
I mean, that's
And they
fair. That's more than like an average content creator would make.
But they're not the ones making the TikToks. They're
Right,
just
they're
sending me
curating
things
it.
that
They're
they've seen.
curating it for you. Yeah. It's like
Yeah,
there's like
yeah,
people on like YouTube that make like what do you call them? Compilations, right? Of like TikToks and stuff.
sort of. It's like how I send you reels
Right,
on
right.
Instagram.
If
That's
okay,
what they're
say
sending
for
to me.
example,
Yeah.
what you sent me. How many have you sent me? Let's say 10, right? And each of them are
Okay.
10 seconds long. You basically made like 115 or 100 second video or whatever. If you were to combine
Hmm.
all those together as a hey, look at this funny TikTok real montage that I made. You put that on YouTube,
Mhm.
but we're killing long form content. So you know what? This is a terrible idea. This is why young people suck. If
It
you're younger than
sure.
25, 24 and younger, 20 and younger, if you're 10 years old, bad. You're bad. You're just
You
bad
know, I have to agree with that.
in
10 years
general.
old? Yuck. Yucky. You
You're
probably
yucky.
still pee the bed.
You probably still that's true. They probably do.
Oh, shit.
Their brains haven't even started forming yet.
So, once we finish with this, don't get mad at me.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I have, at this moment, only marked 2 clips because I forgot.
You're killing me here.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Everything that you do.
Uh-huh. I'm listening.
Everything that you don't do right now means
I can't believe you would say that to me.
we have to do it later.
I mean, we're gonna have to do it
The
anyways.
pipeline. You're slowing down the pipeline. You're like a big old turd. Like a big old turd slowing down the pipeline.
Wow. So I'm shit now?
In this metaphor? Absolutely.
I can't believe
Yep.
this.
Yep. And I'm
If
gonna
I'm
have
shit,
to
then
be the
you're just the toilet.
plunger. Yep. I am the toilet.
You're the septic tank.
So I hold? Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. You're full of shit.
Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. You really brought it home with that. Yeah.
That was amazing, and you know it. That was exceptional. It went so far above your head you didn't even see it.
Right. Yeah, I didn't I there were so many ways that it could have gone that me being full of it would have that's good. That's solid. Yep. Yep. I mean, the septic
Yes.
tank is really
Much
where
like
you end up. You as the
and that's
thing
why
clogging the
we
pipe.
collab so well. We're basically meant to be together.
Right, because you're on the journey down and I'm already at the bottom.
I'm the journey and you're the destination.
Yep. Yep. Everybody, you heard it here first. I am peak human.
I didn't say that,
Everybody
but
thinks they're gonna look
sure.
like Tiger Woods in 20 years. You're all gonna look like me.
Oh god. No, by the time it's 20 years, we're all gonna evolve into crabs.
Crap. In 20 years? Nah. That's
Yeah.
gonna take a little bit longer
It
than
doesn't
that.
matter. You're not gonna make it that long anyways.
I'm not gonna make it to 20. I mean 20.
You got a
I'm
year
not
you
gonna
got
make
a
it
year
to 20 years
left.
from now. I have over a
You got a
year.
year
Thank
left.
you.
You've basically got a year.
I
It's
either have a
almost April.
year or about a month, whichever way you want to look at it.
I'd like to think on the glass half full, so I'll give you a year.
Yeah, well, there is no glass. I'll be out of here tomorrow.
Well,
Tonight.
that
Tonight. Like I
th-
said yesterday, I was all depressed and sad and I was all tired and shit.
you get depressed. That's
No, I
crazy.
get tired.
No, you said it. You heard it here, folks. First, folks. God dang remix.
See, the
Uh,
answer is we're stuttering like crazy. I don't know what it is. The
it's been happening a lot to me lately. I don't know why. And it's always whenever I'm trying to make a joke, it happens, and I just get I'm. God damn it!
because the brain's
I get
tired, man. It's hard to think. It's hard to think ahead when you're
I
backtracking
just
so
get
much,
very embarrassed.
running. Yeah, you couldn't even finish making a bit about stuttering without stuttering. I had to take a breath in
Yeah,
the middle of that. Just
because you were about to do
it's
it. I
exhaustion.
think
That's really what it is. Maybe
maybe
we
we're
should
just getting old.
we're getting old. We should just slow it down.
You know,
Take a
we're
deep
gonna just
breath.
make everything short. We're just gonna cut this episode at 45
Yeah,
minutes.
everybody right now, I want you to pause what you're doing. Not for long, not for long. I understand a lot of people are busy. If you just pause what you're doing
Just
and take
stop
a
doing
deep breath.
everything
Just take a deep breath. Ready?
and hold it.
Hold it.
Hold it.
Wait for it.
Hold it.
Focus on your gut and then
Hold it.
breathe out.
Don't release it. Hold it.
What? Don't release it.
Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Congratulations, you can breathe underwater
I
now.
think everybody has passed out by this point. That was easily 35 seconds
Oh,
worth of not breathing.
that's fine unless you have like asthma or bronchitis or something.
How long can you hold your breath for? Huh? When's the last time you checked?
Probably at least 35 seconds.
At least, what was the last time that you checked when you were in middle school and somebody was like, I bet I can breathe underwater longer than you?
Probably the last time I went swimming. Which was longer than that. Or
Longer
not
than middle
longer than
school?
that.
That ain't true.
Hold on. I meant more recent.
Heck,
Sorry.
we've been swimming.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I've never
that's
even
right. You can't
been
swim.
seen
I
in
forgot
public with
about
you.
that. I forgot you can't
Why can't I
actually
swim,
swim.
Jonathan?
Hmm?
What do you mean I can't swim? You've seen me
Sure,
swim.
you're buoyant, but you can't swim.
Oh, that's what it is. Hmm. Interesting that you'd say that about me. And you very clearly have seen me swim both above and underneath the
I don't
water.
know if I've seen you swim. I've seen you stand in a pool.
We've literally gone swimming together.
What if I were to throw you in the ocean, 15,000 feet from shore?
Honestly, just let me die.
Oh, well, I mean, that's fair. You wouldn't even try to
I'm not
swim.
trying to. I'm not gonna try to deal with all that shit over there.
Well, all you have
Also,
to
that's a lot
you
of
can
salt
I mean,
water.
you
That
can
shit would
just
hurt
well, hurt? What do you mean hurt?
my eyes.
Don't breathe, don't blink underwater. Don't get water in your
You're
eyes.
right. I'll just keep my eyes open the whole time.
Yeah, yeah. You just swim. If you just swim. See, this is why you can't this is why I know you can't swim. You don't even know that you can keep your head above the water. Are you used to just
Um,
standing in the pool or floating? Those are the only two things that you can do.
you say that as if you can't stand in almost any pool you've been in.
That is true. But there are ones that are taller than they're like 10 feet down, you know?
Those are like the lap pools.
I mean, yeah, that's true. What on earth is going
Ooh,
on?
don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm just fidgeting with stuff. There was an anecdote time. There was this one time me and Caleb we went to there in town. There's a water park, and I don't know. It's been a long time since I was at a water park, so it was like pretty cool. It was very hot that day, so it was extremely crowded. Um, but it was really cool. They had slides, swimming pools, little play areas for the kids, a whole lazy river. It was pretty nice. And then on the inside, they had other pools. They had like a big pool that went down about 4 or 5 feet, and then they had the lap pool, which went down 12 feet. And on one side, you could do laps. On the other side, you could do what's it called? You could jump off the diving board. And so me and Caleb, we just kind of hung out on the deep end, on the lap side because there was no kids over there. We didn't feel like dealing with children
Right. And
because
that's where your feet
children.
could touch because you can't swim. Continue.
I said in the 12-foot pool, sir,
Uh-huh.
the 12-foot deep pool, my feet can't touch nothing.
But you were standing in the shallow end
No, it went down 12
or
feet.
you were floating. Right.
Yes, I was holding myself up.
Because you're buoyant.
No, just call me dense next time. Just call me fat. Just say what it is.
Buoyant
That's what
is
you're
the
saying to
correct
me.
term.
Sure. Anyways, rude ass.
Right.
Uh, he went to go to the bathroom, and so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to swim a lap, and I made it about halfway before I realized, oh no, I'm not gonna make it. I'm not fit enough for this,
He had to
and
leave the
so
pool
I'm
to go
not.
to the bathroom?
Well, yeah, he's not a degenerate, Jonathan.
Okay, please continue. Okay,
And
I'll
so I
put
made
that in
about
the degenerate column. Goes to the bathroom in the
yeah,
pool.
pissing in the pool.
That's
I
what the
think that is pretty
chlorine is
degenerate
for.
behavior. And what happens when you do it and you're like, oh shit, why is it turning dark blue?
Well,
Because they
that's
put chemicals in there to know whenever you do it so they can kick you out.
that's not true.
That's true.
Have you ever seen that happen in real life?
Not myself, no.
Exactly. Because that is an
But I
extra
trust the
it's an extra
words.
cost that a lot of pools aren't gonna accept.
You listen here.
Right, please continue. Capitalism. You swam a
Correct.
lap and a half?
No, half a lap. And then I
Oh,
struggled to make it to the other side. And it was rough. I did stay afloat, but god dang, it was not good.
uh-huh.
But I made it to the other side, and I just sat there, not sat there, but I was just holding on to the wall. And I was like, how am I going to make it back? And I struggled to make it back, but I did eventually. It was fine. There was also kids that were also in that same area that were putting me to shame, uh, and made me feel like I was a fool for even attempting.
Yeah,
Not because
yeah.
they did anything. They were just existing and having fun. And I was like, how are they not dead right now?
See, I've always naturally been a good swimmer, but that's because I've been swimming basically my whole life. Like, I
Hmm.
mean, you know I was not in good shape for a really, really long time. Still not, working on it. But the
But you're buoyant.
yes, yes. It's weird because I was nowhere near as in good of shape as anybody else in the pool because I was on like a professional swim team, competitive swim team, I guess, for like a
Yeah.
really long time. And I was usually in like they put me in the advanced group because I was faster
Hmm.
despite being like one of the worst shapes out there.
You were you were zooming.
I genuinely don't know how. Like I think I just figured out the fastest way for me to move, which
Mhm.
was faster than a lot of the other people could when they were trying really hard. And I wasn't really having to try that hard just because I could like sort of skim along the top of the water. I don't know
Ah,
what it was, but
interesting.
like, yeah,
So you're Jesus
I was
Christ.
basically Jesus. I was the Jesus Christ of this swim team. Yeah. Like I wasn't as fast
Oh,
as the
I
people that
see.
were in shape were like going, that were
Mhm.
like in the advanced group. I was like now, but they moved me from the slow people to the advanced group. And so now I was like, instead of being good, I was bad. It's like, this is such a pain. Oh my God, dude. Okay. I can't talk about that swim without getting pissed off.
Yeah, that's
This is an
competitive
after
sports
school
for you.
program, right? This is because they put me in the advanced group was why I quit the team.
Oh.
Because everybody else, right? Like this was immediately after. This was in high school. Was immediately after high school. There was a special bus that took us from the school to
A
the.
special bus?
Yes, it was a short bus too, and they took us
Oh.
over to this like local facility, like a swim, basically just a swimming pool, right? And so we would get in there and start doing laps and stuff. And the general practice lasted for an hour. The advanced team had to stay for an extra hour or more to do advanced
Uh.
drills and stuff. And so I went from great, I get to, go do my swim thing. I get to, get my fit on a little bit. And then I go back home and start doing homework and play some video games and go to bed, right? That was my day. And I was
Yeah.
okay with that. I was really okay with that. The thing, if I had to cut anything out, would have been swim team. It would have been that hour after school that I had to go and do something rather than going home and taking care of business and then getting to have fun. But then when they went,
Mhm.
hey, guess what? You're going to double your hour commitment and make everybody else like you couldn't take the bus back because the
Mhm.
bus took the regular people back. And so we would have to have
Oh.
somebody come pick us up.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yes, yes. They didn't have like facilities to take care of the advanced team. So I went, okay, what am I getting out of this? I have to work harder. I have to work out more for a longer period of time every single day. And I'm inconveniencing like my family. Well, really, it wasn't an inconvenience to my family because they went, we can't come pick you up. You got to ride your bike. And so I went, okay.
Oh. So you swam for all that time and then had to ride your bike
Yeah,
home?
yeah. Well, because I would like, usually we would would get taken to school because we lived further away than the bus would.
Mhm.
Because we lived. This was on a military base, and we lived off base, and so that thing picked everybody up on base, took them to school. We had to come from off base, and so we would bring our bikes in the back of our car and get dropped off, and then the car would leave to go do whatever the car needed to do, and then we would ride home at the end of the day, which was awesome because
Oh.
once you got past the big uphill section, it was all downhill and it was so fun.
Oh, heck yeah.
But as painful as that uphill section was, it was twice. It was infinitely more painful after having worked out like a madman for 2 hours in a swim in a pool, having
Mhm.
to then hop on a bike and go up a hill to get to the downhill section. It was like one of those exhausting times. That was after being in school for 8 hours.
You were just doing
Dude,
triathlons.
it was so bad. And so they were like, "You're on the advanced team." And I was like "No? Did I say no to this?" And they said no. They said I wasn't allowed to swim with the regular with the regular people. They're
Damn.
like, "You are on the advanced team, so like, congratulations, you are being promoted." I'm good. I'm actually good. I want to stay here. Plus, yeah,
Congratulations.
and on the worst
You have
to
been
to make it
promoted.
even worse, I had been with the regular group right for like it's 4 months. Let's say 4 months.
Mhm.
I had been with them for like 4 months before they went. Okay, this dude needs to be in the advanced class. So all of my friends were in the normal group. All of the
Oh.
other people that were in the advanced group were like, so okay, let's say I don't remember the exact years, but let's say I was a freshman, right? So me and all of my freshman friends were in the regular group. All of the people in the advanced group were like juniors or seniors. And so I got moved up into that group to now people that were older than me, better than me, and just kind of didn't
Stronger
want
than
me
you.
there because I was like younger and like clearly
You
didn't
were just a
belong.
baby.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, they were like, who is this like out of shape kid that they just stuck in this group? Is like, and I was clearly slower than everybody in that group, despite being faster than everybody in the first group. I was slower than
Mhm.
everybody in the second group because those people were like staying after school for an additional hour, doing random exercises, and were actually in good shape. And they're like, oh, maybe the swim team leaders were like, we could get this kid in shape. He'll be fast. He'll be like lightning. And I went, I'm good. I like hanging out with my friends and talking to my
Hmm.
friends and swimming with my friends. I don't like being here to work out.
You basically you're just a you were the protag of an isekai.
E- I guess.
You were just minding your own business and they're like, "Wow, this guy's special. Something about him." And so they put you to the advanced classes. You're like, "I'm just here to just vibe."
Yeah,
And they're like,
yeah.
"No, you're here for a greater
You
purpose."
know, like what is it? I think this is the story of One Punch Man, isn't it? Where he was like not really in shape, and then he just started doing his like 100 push-ups a day or whatever,
Mhm.
and became the most powerful man of all time. That could have been me. Theoretically, could have
Could
been
be
me.
you. Yeah.
I quit and played video games instead, like a real man.
Yeah.
And now,
Or
15. Wait, how old are you when you're in high school? 14. 10,
14,
10
14,
years
18.
later. How old am I? Jesus. 12 years later.
You're there you go.
However many years that is later, 10 plus years, let's say that'll cover my bases. 10 plus years later, now I'm trying to get into shape. Should I have done it back then? Probably. Do I regret spending that much time playing video games? Maybe a little bit. Was it worth it at the time? Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, it was.
See, I kind of have a similar experience in a sort of way like that. Because, like, so as you know, I'm built like a linebacker.
Buoyant.
And I've had
The word is
shut
buoyant.
up. Is that going to be your thing? You're just going to have a word for the day
Oh
at this
yeah,
point.
yeah.
You're going
Word
to
of the
have
week. Spell
a
buoyant.
definition.
How do you spell? What
I'm not
was
spelling
what
that.
was the bit? I don't even remember what it was. It was word of the week.
For last year?
Yeah, it was word of the
Oh,
week,
last year.
and it was
There was word of the week.
it was.
But it seems like you're just having a word for each recording. Like last week, it was cortisol.
Okay, I've not said buoyant as much as I have cortisol last week.
I don't know. You said it a lot today
I've said it.
when referring to me and swimming.
Okay, that's fair. The word of this week is buoyant. B-O-U. Oh, wait.
Buoyant.
Buoyant. Buoyant. It means to float on water, kids. Now you're learning.
You'll float too, Pennywise. Looking at,
Okay,
anyways.
right. What were you saying?
Uh,
You too
oh right. So like I'm.
could have been One Punch Man.
Oh, absolutely. I'm built like a linebacker. Everyone had my whole life has been like, you would do so good in football because I just have the build for it.
Hmm.
Um, as you have seen before. But I never got into sports because I was too self-conscious about not only my skill in anything, but also I was a nerdy kid, so I never really had an interest in sports like that, or at least not football and basketball, which were the two biggest things. Um, and I was also short, and I was also fat, so that didn't help either.
All
Um,
that could have
but I was also
changed.
just self-conscious about my body as well because
I feel you.
bullying happens.
Yep, yep.
Um, but instead of doing those sports and like athletic sports, I decided instead to join the Boys and Girls Club for after school stuff, and I joined the volleyball team. I wasn't the best volleyball player out there, I'll say that, but I was pretty darn good with my serves. It was like an 80% chance that my serve was good, which is a pretty high if you ask me of passing. But the other thing I did from the Boys and Girls Club was step team. Um, and I was part of the step team from sixth grade all the way to eighth grade. This is all middle school.
For,
I
for
tried to
for
do
our
a ninth
audience that doesn't know
grade.
what step is, it's a type of dance performance thing.
It's a rhythmic dance with a lot of cool stuff and a lot of very sharp movements and beats.
Yes. The reason I
Yeah.
bring that up is because he had to explain it to me. I never heard of it before.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Well, I joined the step team in sixth grade because I was mostly because my friends were doing it. And so I did. We were all doing it. It was fun. Seventh grade, same thing. However, a lot less of my friends were doing it because they were all getting into their other things like athletics, dance team, their band, all of their their stuff. And so I only had like one or two friends that were left that were still doing it with me. And then by the time I hit eighth grade, there was only one other friend I had that was there from the beginning. And the I guess the step team coach was basically like, hey, you two are probably our most passionate player or steppers on the team. I'm going to make you two the captains.
Wow.
And little me at first was like, "Oh snap, that's so cool," but then I was also like, this is me. Why am I the captain? This is a lot of responsibility." Uh, and then the other person stopped showing up after a while because like they got sick or like something happened at home or like they just weren't showing up. So then it was just me, and I was like, "I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Why did they make me the captain?" And they were like, "Yeah, all right, Isaiah, teach them how to like teach them, or I taught you how to do this. Now you teach them." And I'd be like, okay, sure. Here's how you do it, in my little my little eighth grade passive soft voice. Uh
So
yeah,
you
you just
so
gotta just gotta do it like this.
in a different reality, you are out there teaching step class right now to somebody.
Oh, absolutely.
That's badass.
Uh in ninth grade I was also gonna do it. However, this is how I should have known that I was lazy as fuck. Uh, because the reason why I quit was kind of similar to you, because I just did it to have fun, right? A lot of these other kids, they were very passionate and very serious about it. I was like, okay, that's cool, that's fine, that's nothing too crazy. Uh, but then they were like, all right, so we're gonna meet like every day, and we're gonna start off every day with we're all gonna go outside, we're gonna run a lap around the school, blah 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 blah. And I said no. I noped out of there.
You tapped out at the running around the school?
I was fat and lazy.
Yep.
But
Yep.
mostly just because I was there to just have the fun part of it, not to like do all the extra stuff to actually the stuff that you would normally do with like sports stuff.
Yeah. I
Uh
the sports people that were like super into it are definitely, like there's a certain amount of peer pressure that goes into getting you to run like a mile for no reason.
mhm.
It's like all the rest of my friends, 100%. We were playing video games together and having a great time. Then there were all the people that were actually trying really hard.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
I also was, I guess, at that point decided to focus more on the academic side of school than like the extracurriculars.
Smart move.
So there's
Yep.
also
Yep.
that.
Yep.
And now look at me. I have a degree
Yeah. What are they
in
doing?
theater.
What are they doing? Looking hot, being cool.
Oh, probably also
Bet
have
they don't have a
degrees,
degree.
or they're in the
They
military.
might be,
Where I
yeah,
where I
very
guess
well based on
our hometown technically.
sort of.
Uh, because like the way that I was raised in my hometown, by not just my parents but just the community itself, was you either go to school, as in college, you go into the military, or you go to jail. Those are your only three options.
Checks
There
out.
was
Yeah.
no just start off, 9 to 5 at a minimum wage job. There was no go learn a trade and, start your own company. It was you either go straight to university, you go straight into the military, or you go straight to jail. There was nothing else.
As it is written.
And
Yep.
and it has unfortunately ruined a lot of people that I grew up with, including myself. Because a lot of us we were raised on the college route, and a lot of people who I went to school with who were like very academically inclined and like better than me in a lot of things. A lot of them ended up dropping out of college because it just wasn't working out for them.
Yep. See, they say in the army, right? Be all you can be. That's the takeaway. The moral of today's lesson, everybody. Everybody, you're doing great. You're doing great. We can all be more. Everybody can be more. We gotta
We're proud of
we
you.
yeah, yeah. Everybody can be more, but that doesn't mean that you need
You
to.
have to be
Yeah.
more.
You gotta
Exactly.
be you
Just
gotta
be all that you
being
can be.
content, mental health is very important.
It is very
Yep.
important.
Some could say
Listen,
it's
listen,
probably the
listen,
most
listen.
important thing. If you're good, if you're
I know
happy,
people who would argue,
yeah.
unfortunately, but I've learned something about this life. There's two kinds of people. There's the people who focus on things like getting their career together, focus on money, getting a house, the more material side of things, but they won't focus on the mental side until much, much later. And then there's people who focus on the mental things, trying to get themselves mentally in check, mentally well, and not really focus on the more material things. They're both two very solid paths to go down.
True.
And I think in the end, no matter which one you do, you'll hopefully reach a place of contentment.
Yeah.
but just be wary of which side you're going down because either way you're gonna have your challenges, but you're doing great. You're doing fantastic.
Yep. And it's never too late to switch if you feel like it's not working out.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's called life.
And also, you're young. Go out and do the thing that you were too scared to do.
Well, okay, that's a bit
Uh,
ageist, but yeah. Oh, you old
no,
people can suck
everyone's
it.
young.
Oh, right. Everybody
No,
does. Okay.
even
Oh God.
everybody's
Oh
young.
God. We should get out of here quick.
Oh god damn it. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening. Oh God. But